My name is Veronica Gonzalez, and this is the video submission for the dispositions assignment. The following 3 questions are the ones that I need to respond to in this video, so let me just read them out. It is, what dispositions do you possess that you think will make you a successful teacher? What dispositions do you need to work on before you enter the classroom as a first-year teacher? And what does a professional educator look like, and how do they behave? What standards guide their thinking and actions? The characteristics that I possess that will allow me to be a successful educator or a successful teacher are as follows. First of all, I care for each and every one of my students and their families. From the students that I worked with at the daycare where I started off my professional career to the families that I was working with when I was working at Easter Seals as a parent educator, to the students that will be in my classroom and their families in 2 years from now. I believe that students learn by example, and I strive to show them how to be respectful, professional, how to be honest, and how to advocate for themselves as well as for the world around them, because that is important for the rest of their lives as well as the lives of their classmates, their schoolmates, their families, and the rest of our community. I always speak the truth with my students and their families. I also always speak the truth with my colleagues. I feel that that's very important. Because, you know, you need to be honest. You need to encourage honesty. Society as a whole benefits when people are honest and when people are fair and just. So I always speak truthfully, and I will always say what I mean. My yes is yes, like scripture says, and my no is no. I strive to model professionalism in my classroom by being on time, by being careful to treat everyone with kindness and respect. I believe that students, regardless of their dispositions, all students are able to learn, and so it is my honor and my duty to help them in any way that I can in order to make that happen. I always encourage my students to be able to respect others, ideas, their beliefs, their culture. I make it a point to have it a rule. It's one of the 3 rules that I absolutely have to have in my class, for us to respect one another, to be kind and courteous to one another, to always be open to hearing new ideas, and always strive to listen to new beliefs. I stress this a lot to my students, especially when I have young ones, because it is that kind of idealism that just transcends to when they become older and professionals themselves. I advocate for those that cannot speak for themselves, and I encourage the parents of these children to advocate for them. I'm actively involved in the community, and you know, there's local theaters, there's local schools that I actively look into and see the kind of programs that they offer to special education children for my own child, but as well as for other kids that I know and other kids that I will be serving in the future. What I believe I need to work on is I need to work on reflection. I do learn well from others, but when it comes to my own reflection and assessing myself, I tend to be very hard on myself. And sometimes it's okay to be hard on yourself, but when it comes to you know, building and personal growth, you really have to be able to see it objectively, as opposed to, you know, like, oh man, I messed up here and I messed up there. Also, fairness. I particularly don't know what this looks like in special education. I think I need to grow on that, only because I've never seen that. I've never seen what that might look like in special education classroom. I know like, for example, in assessments, I know that there are some children that take computer tests, and there are other kids that, you know, there are spelling tests. Instead of 20 words, it's 10 words, but is that fair? And how is that fair? And how can I, as an educator, explain to Susie Q that it's okay for Bobby to take a 10 word quiz, but she has to take a 15-word quiz? And, you know, I just don't know what that looks like. So ideally, within the next few years, by 2018, 2019, when I've become a professional teacher, I'll be able to master that. As far as what a professional teacher looks like, I believe professional teacher dresses business casual or casual. I believe that they are friendly. I believe that they're compassionate, they're punctual, they're always open for students to communicate with them, and they embody all 10 dispositions of advocacy, honesty, fairness, curiosity, professionalism, respect for diversity, high expectations, reflection, compassion, and dedication. Throughout all of this, I just want to say that it's my dream to be a special education teacher and to work with these kids, and I hope that I one day can embody all of these dispositions. Thank you very much.